good to be back in front of the fans. I would say that's my biggest takeaway from the game tonight. Hopefully our fans feel the same way. You know, having you guys here, having everybody here. I told the ushers in the back hall, I told our officers over here, it's good to see. I haven't seen these guys in 2 years. Be careful, Ben. They're strapped and they protect me. But anyway, you know, on to the game. And the other thing is a thank you to our students. I don't think I've ever seen so many students at an exhibition game, so that was awesome. Chico State, we played them because Greg's a really good coach. They execute, pass the ball. They have a lot of shooters, a lot of older guys. They put a lot of pressure on your defense to defend the whole floor because of their ability to make the three-point shot. They made 8. They made 15 a few years ago against Arizona. So you try to get somebody in that can put offensive pressure on your defense. That's what you want in an exhibition game, which they did that for us. So regardless of final score, they came out in the second half. They took care of the ball and got off 33 shots, only had 4 turnovers. We had to defend. So that was good practice for us. And obviously we didn't shoot it well in the first half, but we got a lot of guys can shoot. So you know that's going to – on this team, that worm will turn. You just got to keep shooting. So our big thing is don't turn it over. If we don't turn it over, we got a good chance the ball might go in. The other thing that I got to do a better job of is our offensive rebounding, which is hard because we play 4 out and we have spacing. But I got to get Johnny, Jaime, Jules, Peyton, those 4 guys in particular. It hurts not having Jalen Clark because he's by far our best offensive rebounder. So hopefully he'll be back tomorrow. I think he'll be back tomorrow. But we miss his offensive rebounding. That's really the only area of concern for me. We shot free throws much better today than our scrimmage. So really happy with our defensive effort. Obviously, you know, you guys saw Peyton can do a lot of things. He had 4 assists and 8 rebounds. But for us, he had 9 deflections, which for us, you get 9 deflections in 21 minutes of play, that's extremely hard to do. So you're getting, you know, one for every 2.2 minutes you play. So he's a problem defensively. He's a great athlete, and his teammates love him. He's a great kid. So trying to figure out ways to, you know, get him incorporated on the offensive end. You can see he's got tremendous vision as a passer, and he loves to pass. So just overall, though, really happy to be back out here with the fans. You know, that's really my thing. It was just so much better than last year. So much better.
Can you talk about timing? I didn't see the final stat line, but I thought he was nearly perfect from the field after the line.
Yeah, he's worked hard at his free throws. He's such a good shooter. I ain't got in his head. You know, Jaime's an elite college player. He's a really hard guy to defend for other teams because we play him as a point forward, and he tends to have a bigger, slower guy on him. And obviously we use that to our advantage, and we have shooters everywhere. So, you know, one thing you get these guys in there talk that we've worked really hard on this offseason is multiple guys. I think hopefully you notice, like multiple guys bringing the ball up the floor and improving everybody's pick and roll game, not just having Tiger have to have the ball so much. And just really, because it's just going to make us a better team. And Jaime has gotten better at it. Peyton's natural at it. We've worked hard with Johnny. He's still improving at it. Obviously, Jules. But just having more guys that can make plays, initiate the offense, because we have so many shooters. So Jaime, because he can finish, and as he's developing as a passer, at a point forward spot, it's hard to defend us because he and Peyton they're so big, they're going to finish down the lane if you don't help. If you do, they're going to find shooters that never miss. So we recruit to that style. We try to play that. We believe in it. So Doesn't surprise me. I mean, that's just who he is, and it's where he left off last year.
Coach, so you have Chico State tonight, you've got Big West, Bakersfield coming in, and then you get to Villanova. It's always a building process, so what are you taking out of tonight that you build upon before you do the Bakersfield game and so on?
Yeah, I thought there was some areas from our San Diego State that we needed to improve on, that we watched a lot of film, so it was good for us. We watched a lot of film from our scrimmage, how we could get better, areas we needed to improve, and things we need to do a better job. Because I look at it like when we're not doing something well, that means we haven't taught it the right way. For me, it's trained or untrained. My job is to make sure they do it the right way and find a way to put my team in a position to win. So, we'll look at this film. At Bakersfield, I've known Coach Barnes a long time. Thankfully, I don't have to play him one-on-one. I think he's the only guy to ever win the title, SEC title as a player and a coach, I think. Great guy. They're very tough. We scheduled them on purpose because they're very physical. They play extremely hard, and they're really well schooled defensively, which is very similar to the game following that. So it's all for real. So we'll look at the film and see what we need to improve on. Right now, late in the game, we finally got them to miss. I'm trying to think of something like we were shooting a high percentage for a long time. It can't just be turnover or they score. We got to be able to force teams into hard shots and finish the play with a rebound.
What do you think that Miles Johnson gave you today? How important is he for you?
Well, I see statistically, almost a double-double in 15 minutes. Somebody hit his leg or something. I think he was cramping or something happened. Look, it's the most obvious thing out there. I mean, size-wise, like, Jaime's sitting over, like when we walked out to play Michigan in the Final Four, or to go to the Final Four, I turned around to the staff, was like, you got to be kidding me. Like 6'10", 7'2", and we're nowhere near that. So his size is something we need. It just adds a big. We needed two things. We needed a great athlete that happens to be a great player, which is Peyton, and we needed a guy with size that's a veteran, that happens to be a veteran and very effective defensive player. So those two guys have really taken us to another level. I think you're going to see that. And we had to play around the fact that we're really small last year and just overcome it.
Coach, you talked about taking defense here over there. I was wondering if you could touch on his offensive skill set.
Yeah, he does a great job. He handles the ball like he's 5'10". He's got very quick feet. Most 6'8" guys can't change direction. The way he can change direction, which is, why he's going to have such a long career in basketball. But ball handling is something, he wasn't born with that. He worked at it. The guy he's lived in the gym his whole life. So, when you have 2-point forwards like Jaime and Peyton that can make plays, they're matchup problems. Smaller guys, they score over. Bigger guys, they're going to go by them, like you said, and they're going to break them down every time. But, again, he's got a chance to be an unbelievable defensive player. So the more he gets in shape and the more the game slows down to him and he can position himself off the ball, you see the stuff he does. But he has no limits offensively. You got anything, Ben?
You've been very thorough.
Thank you. I'm hungry. It's time. Thank you.